Hi, it's Monica at Loaves and Fishes Food Pantry, and today I'm going to show you how to make an extremely simple recipe for a nostalgic soup that we all remember from our childhood. So it's a creamy tomato soup, and you can see it has very few ingredients, and most of them you likely have already. It is a great use for tomato juice that we are giving out here at the pantry. Also, I'm using shelf-stable milk today, a little bit of oil, a little flour for thickening, and an onion. I also have some additional flavor enhancers that you may want to add if you want an additional boost of flavor. I'm using smoked paprika, a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of sugar, and then fresh basil. You could also use Italian seasoning or a dried basil. Let's begin. Just going to start by mincing up this onion, which I've already washed and peeled. There are many methods to chopping an onion. I like to do it, follow the curve of the onion because it makes it simpler. Now, if you don't like as much onion, or just use half an onion. This recipe calls for a whole medium onion. So you can do what you like. If you don't have any fresh onion, you could use dehydrated onion. And the rule of thumb is 3 tablespoons of dehydrated onion equals 1/2 cup of fresh onion. Put in the onion. I'm going to saute my onion for a few minutes until it's softened. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. You can see that the onions are starting to go translucent, and I'm going to just add a little bit of flour. I think it's 2 tablespoons, and this will thicken then the soup later. And I'll make it. And now it is, onions are coated, and it's gotten a little thick. And now I'm going to add in the tomato juice and the milk. 2½ cups of tomato juice. And 2 cups of milk. Beginning to look already like the Campbell's tomato soup. The flour will thicken as this comes to a boil. And you don't want to scorch it, so you want to maybe, I've turned down the heat a little bit. So now it's a little bit of time till the soup comes to a simmer. You can see that little bubbles are starting to come up, and I'm going to keep stirring. And now I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. Flour takes about 1 minute to thicken and to get that floury taste off, but you want to be careful that you do not scald the soup because we all know how awful scalded milk tastes. I'm taking it off the heat to stop the cooking. And I'm going to just give it a little taste and make sure. Okay, personally, I think it needs a little bit of salt, a little garlic powder, a little pepper, and paprika, a little bit of sugar to balance the flavor. Some people like it just like this, so you might want to taste it first. 1 teaspoon of sugar. Doing 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Oops, it's a little too much. 1/4 teaspoon of the garlic powder. preference, and this is where you can decide what you like. And I'm just going to roll those up. If you roll it up, you get less bruising on your leaves. You could use Italian seasoning if you'd like, or oregano or something like that. And smell the smokiness here. Perfect.